Some of you think that Manchester City was founded in 2008, but you can't be further from the truth. What if we told you that Man City was founded years before Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Real Madrid and Barcelona? What if we told you that they won a trophy before Manchester United? Crazy, right? Well, trust us, it's about to get even crazier as we dig into the entire history of Manchester City Football Club. So, first, the name of the club wasn't always Manchester City. They were founded as St. Mark's in 1880, and they had that name because the club was founded by members of St. Mark's Church of England in West Gorton, Greater Manchester. And you won't believe the reason this club came about in the first place. Back then, there was a problem of alcoholism, unemployment, and gang violence in the area. So a couple of church wardens thought that the best way to curb that was to introduce new activities for young men in the area. And what better activity to attract men than football, right? Although the club was founded by a church, it was open to all the men in the area regardless of religion. So, officially, St. Mark's was founded by two men named William Beestow and Thomas Goodbehere in 1880. Anyway, as you'd expect from a newly founded club, they played some horrible football in their first year. They won just one game in the entirety of that season, so you could say it was a very slow start. But they would slowly begin to pick up the pace and expand their reach in the process, which caused them to change their name to Ardwick Association Football Club in 1887, and then in 1894 the name was changed again, this time to one you're familiar with, Manchester City Football Club. Maybe the name change started to bring them some luck, because 5 years after they started going by Manchester City, the club won their first ever trophy, the second division, and that earned them promotion to the first division, the highest level of English football. So, at the turn of the 20th century, Manchester City were rubbing shoulders with the biggest clubs in the country. Then, in 1904, they won their first major trophy, the FA Cup, after they beat Bolton Wanderers in the final. That made them the first Manchester club to ever win a major trophy. Yes, they won a trophy before Manchester United. That season, they very nearly completed the double, but they narrowly missed out on the league title, finishing second in the first division. 2 years after that FA Cup win, 17 Man City players were suspended because of financial irregularity. The captain, Billy Meredith, was said to have bribed Aston Villa midfielder Alex Leake £10 to lose a match. Following his suspension by the club, he moved to Manchester United. Man City used to play their home games on a ground called Hyde Road, at least until 1920, when a fire destroyed the main stand, which forced the club to move into a new stadium. In 1923, City moved to Main Road, and that was their home for 80 years. They were there until 2003, when they